obviously there's a lot of changes happening in the semiconductor industry right now, both on like the manufacturing side, but also in the workloads. And you mentioned working yourself on kind of like an AI inference chip in some of your free time. I've talked to a few folks both on the podcast and off of it about how these different training and inference workloads are changing the microarchitecture
Yeah.
of some of these chips that are being produced, and that can always lead to different types of innovation, as
Mhm.
well as potentially empower some more like upstart companies to make some progress against the behemoths of the industry. I'm curious, just as someone who's in the space, right, has experience in it, is potentially going to partner with or sell to customers in that space as well. What kind of your interpretation of the industry is today, and if you see any kind of like major trends that you find interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think that in terms of like major trends or like things that I find interesting, yeah, I mean, more custom silicon just like being pushed to the edge, like just like niche forms of compute, like you know, like in like satellites or with like cryptocurrency mining or just like on your phone, like low power things there, robotics. I mean, there's like so much like interesting work being done with open or with custom silicon right now and custom hardware like that. I think it's like super cool. I think a really important thing that people should be aware of though is that like this like the software operability, like software hardware like compatibility is like super important, and that's kind of like one of the big reasons why NVIDIA has like the stranglehold that it does, right? Is that like CUDA is actually like hugely important, and yeah, I think that one thing that we are trying to enable is like a better way for people to like do this like software hardware like co-design like that kind of thing. Yeah, like I don't know. I think it's super interesting. I think like the new types of like chips that are coming out that people are like coming to us with ideas about are like super impressive and interesting. And I'm glad to see like different companies like try chips.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think yeah, we're only going to see like more and more of it. And hopefully in the near future, we might move back to a future where there are suddenly a lot more like electrical engineers out there, like chip designers, and people who normally would have just like default gone to like a bank job or like a software engineering role, like start getting interested in hardware again. And actually, a lot of the people I talk to who are software engineers, they actually did take like like a CPU's class or something, and they really liked the hardware, but like some of these like issues were just like beating them down, so they just went
Mm-hmm.
for the easier route instead.